We've got a team manager, John. 2009-2010. It's on its way. Very short, close season. Last season ended fantastic for us. Great last game with Cowdenbeath. Great for the fans. Great for the team. What's the layout for this year as we start?
Well, like anybody, we've got aspirations to do as well as we can. You know, we don't want to be scrapping about in the sort of bottom tier of the league. We think that we're good enough to go on and make an impression, and hopefully we get off to a good start, which will be an integral part of what we do this year. You know, so it's all about making sure we're preparing properly, and all these games are designed to make sure that we do get prepared. We're going in with a smaller squad of players, but a very tight-knit bunch of players. You know, and I think that you know, we showed there is a bit of quality about the place, and certainly plenty of spirit at the end of the season when we had to pull ourselves out of a hole. We managed to do that. We've kept the core of that. So, you know, the additions that we've made hopefully will come on and build on what they did the other night. We played our first game against Falkirk's young team, the under-19s, I think, on Tuesday night. Pulled off a great result, but what's more pleasing was it was a good performance. So, you know, it's all about putting building blocks in place. We think that we took the first step towards getting them prepared properly on Tuesday, and hopefully we can build on that today.
You've got already a few players, about roughly 7, and you brought in 5. Bradley's the latest addition. Will there be any more?
Well, I'm not planning it just now, but what the directors have said to me is there might be scope if something special comes up, which tends to happen as the actual start to the season gets closer. Players who have been holding out looking for a deal might not get that deal, and we'll put ourselves in a position to go and compete with other clubs to try and bring them in. So, I mean, 18, you know, I always said to him that would be enough for me as a squad, but as like every manager, I'm as greedy for talent and greedy for numbers as the rest of the guys who are out there. So, you know, if something comes up, but I have to say it would have to be something special, and I'm sure that could possibly, well, I'm saying sure, I could possibly twist their arm to help us out and bring that special player in.
They've got an excellent youth set-up here at Stenishmuir. You hope to be bringing some of the players through during the season?
Yeah, that's right. We had a practice match on Thursday night. I got my first look at the squad. They're over playing Celtic today. You know, so again, they're preparing for their season. But one of the reasons that I decided we'd go with a smaller squad this year was to give the younger lads a chance. We had 21 players last season, and there wasn't too many opportunities for the younger lads to get a game or even get a look at the first team. But I'm sure, you know, the natural way of things is that people pick up suspensions and injuries. I'm sure some of these young lads will be thrown in at some stage of the season to show us their merit. So, you know, when I looked at the 19 squad that we have available to this year, I know that it's an improvement on when I first came to the club, so that's a step forward. We brought Greg Denham in, who's you know, obviously been around and you know, been a good player in his day and his ex-Stenishmuir connections. He will bring that squad on. There has been 1 or 2 changes in the backroom staff regarding the coaching setup. So all these things put together, hopefully we can get a few additions to our squad from that 19s area.
Yeah, we've got Bury the Rangers today, which is just a friendly game, and then Alloa on Tuesday with East Stirlingshire Cup. Is that just taken as a friendly game, or is this serious?
No, I think first and foremost, I mean, it's nice to get results because it boosts confidence, but it's all about making sure that we're getting performances out of players, getting them used to playing with each other. There are specific playing patterns that we try and impose on players. We were in training this morning looking at some things regarding that, and you want to see that coming through in games. I mean, we're not going to win you know, any medals for beating Berwick Rangers today. Certainly the Stirlingshire Cup slightly different. You know, there's a trophy to play for, and obviously there's pride at stake. We're playing against local clubs, and nobody likes losing those games. You know, obviously playing against Alloa, a team who in our division, it would give us an indication of where we are and what we need to do to compete against them. So that's an important game coming up on Tuesday, and we treat that game like every other one. Of course we want to win it, but it's not the be-all and end-all. You know, what is more important is how we are when we come to the Clyde game, the St Johnstone game, and ultimately the Stirling Albion game on the 8th of August.
Just lastly, John, you announce your team captain today?
Yeah, Jordan Smith will captain the club this year. You know, Jordan and I go back a long way. I had him, he captained the team at Berwick for me for a spell as well, so I know all about his qualities. He had a spell out of the side last year, lost his form, went out the side like a lot of people did, came back in at the crucial last couple of months of the season. It was fantastic. John Evanston went out the team who had been captaining him the side. John came in and took on the mantle and really was instrumental in what we did, so I felt that it was the right man to lead us to hopefully a successful year this year.
John, thanks for speaking to us. We'll speak to you later on before the season starts.
Thanks very much. Cheers.